So we finished that part with Alan. Let's continue on. I think we're going to probably end up back with Saga. And now we know that there's the apartment complex that Alan lived in with Alice.
I can figure this out on the plot board.
He really, I think we've encountered a bug. He's just going to keep telling us that. Get to the apartment in Parliament Tower. Okay, maybe it's not a bug. Maybe he really does want us to look at the plot board. Oh, here's the fragment from earlier, right?
Writing who? Who was writing this poem? Me? No.
Mr. Scratch? Maybe? Thomas Zane? Maybe? The writer of the first word, not the writer of the last, with the terror of the light and the shadows cast. The third eye now open to project the night. This is the moment to write. This is the ritual to lead you on. Your friends will meet him when you are gone. Yeah, that's Mr. Scratch. Right? Your friends will meet him when you're gone? I remember that.
Stepping to the murder site, I'd felt it, hanging in the air. A meaning, the violent emotion of the act, like a cloud of wrath. The dead eyes of the victim staring at something you couldn't see, and yet making you aware of it. Something that soaked into this place on a molecular level, overlapping with your meaningless existence. Regression to something you had managed to forget, marking you, taking you for a ride, making you crazier.
I'm good. I'm enough crazy. I've had enough of it. What? Because we looked at that word earlier. So we just went in like a loop. Or, well, it kind of transported us back to the start, in a way. Yeah. Alright, so we'll just exit to street level then. That was the door that you couldn't open. Okay.
The station had changed. I was closer now. Parliament Tower, our home in New York. Was I really this close to being home? Going up to our apartment? Would I be home? Or was this just an echo of the real thing? Even then, the murder site had brought me one step closer to escape.
Okay. I think we're good. I think Parliament Tower is all that's left. The phone's ringing again.
The payphone at the edge of the plaza was ringing again.
Better answer it.
Hey, Alan. Thank God it picked up. I thought I lost you again.
Who are you? Why are you helping me?
Did you go deeper? To the overlap?
Are you talking about the murder site? Yeah, I did. I...
That's fantastic, Alan. We're closer to getting out. We're making progress.
Well, we would be if you would answer my damn questions.
Last time we spoke, you were pretty worried about Alice. Did you ever check Parliament Tower? To make sure she really got out of the dark place?
Well, of course she got out. That's why I'm here. That's the whole goddamn point.
Be very careful, Alan. The dark presence is stealing from you. It can already manifest as your double. Scratch will come.
Wait, hello?
We lost connection. Not enough bars. Do we? Yeah, like I was gonna say, do we really want to go in here where it just says the dark place like a gazillion times? Seems like a bad idea.
Writer. Maybe he was a victim. The cult, using his words. Or maybe he was the monster behind it all. Either way, Alice Wake, his ex, she knew things. It was there in her art for all to see. A cry for help. The darkness she'd witnessed. And that put her in danger.
Was Alice here? In the story?
This is a fancy place. Gold elevators. We need some elevator music. I should just have that on cue.
Alice's photo equipment. Set to go off when the door opens.
Just wanted to capture that candid moment. Surprise. Blind you. Kind of cruel joke is this, Alice?
Get out! Leave me alone!
Alice! Alice!
Baby?
Alice.
Pick photos for exhibition posters.
This is a photo of Scratch. How did Alice get this? Is he stalking her?
It's the
This is door
symbol.
in my study, where I wrote my books. This symbol wasn't here before.
From the control, right? The Ocean View Motel.
Alice's video camera.
Needs a memory card.
Memory card inside.
Video art / doc on screens. Focal point of the dark place. Some messed up art you guys got in here as well. Did anyone put any coffee on? That looks pretty full. That or they haven't cleaned it. What is that? Looks delicious. It's like looks like a pastry, a donut, probably filled raspberry. Some raspberry jelly. Dusted. A little bit of powdered sugar. Memory
Part
card, thank
one.
you. Part 1.
What was Alice working on?
Whatever she was working on, she was eating a lot of whatever this is. Looks like Chef Boyardee. And she was enjoying it, because it is on this table, too. It's got a lot there. Turn the flashlight off.
When I was younger, photography was everything to me. I moved to New York thinking I'd make it as an artist. And then I met Alan. We had a good thing. We were both dedicated by our creative ambitions. The only difference was that Alan's work made money. He brought me work when he could. I took his promo shots, created covers for his books. I'm sure he forced his publisher into it. I was taking photos, just not my photos. And that gnawed at me. Things got complicated sometimes, but that's life, right? We loved each other. Then Alan hit a block. I brought out a meaner side of him. One I didn't like. I set up a trip to see a doctor in Washington. I didn't tell him until we got there. We argued. Things went wrong. And he was just gone. Drowned, allegedly. It's easy for people to think it was my fault. Hell, I do too sometimes. About 6 years ago, I started hearing noises in the night. Typewriter keys clacking. Voices. Alan was back. Haunting me. Then it got violent. It was Alan. And yet, it was a monster. He always did have anger in him. I set up cameras around the apartment with motion sensors and flashes. Now, when the monster comes, I turn it into art. My nightmares caught on film. And this is the focus of my new exhibition. To show people the world is so much darker than they ever knew. I'm calling this exhibit The Dark Place.
Alice. Scratch was terrorizing her. Why?
Okay. The lot to unpack there. So, in this sequence, then, Alice never drowned. It was Alan that did. And I like the idea that this flickering is terrifying. I like the idea too that there's like a, you could say, a deeper meaning to that, in that he was lost and depressed and fell in a dark place. Not like literally drowning, but metaphorically drowning. That was terrifying. So we have to look for Alice. We might still have to activate that. And actually look at the art. Oh, yeah. We're gonna go in. Okay, we're gonna go into the dark place.
I sat in the writer's room and wrote a story. Initiation. To project myself through the dark place, to look for a way out. The story had brought me here, brought me nowhere. Looped me back. I was writing the story. And in the story, I now stepped into the writer's room. But there was no one here writing.
Okay. I kind of had wondered when he had the light in his head and he kept touching at it, if he had actually just killed himself and he was dreaming everything. I don't know. There's so many different ways this could go. And then there's the idea that there are possibly multiple realities going on here and like a multiverse time travel thing. There's all kinds of things going on. So many things to think about. Alice didn't drown in Alan Wake 1, though. She climbed out when he jumped in. Yeah, well, yeah. I guess that's true. That's probably the literal thing that happened, yeah. But they make it seem like there's two splits, in that he switched places with her, but that's what he thinks, so I don't. There's just so much story to unpack. Let's move on. Maybe now we go back to Saga.